clicks and clacks, building blocks, let's begin. Stacks on stacks, with beards we always win. In a world of plastic, our minds spin. Brick by brick, where do we dive in? Brickin' with the beard, we never stop. Talking pieces, colors going over the top. Custom sets, landscapes, got a shop. Tunes drop, make the hobby pop. From vintage sets to modern themes, minifig dreams with studs and seams. Castle walls, spaceship beams. Listen close, hear the gear screams. Connecting fans, yo, that's the plan. Building bonds piece by piece, man. Every episode more than just sand. Confidence grand, bricks in hand. Crazy mashups, ideas flow. Breaking molds, watch them grow.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to
What is shaking bacon?
You don't
What's
shake
crack a
bacon.
lacking?
Who's giving me bacon?
You do crack the lack, but you do not shake bacon. You dab it to get the grease off of it so it seems healthier.
I normally just
Seems.
swallow it.
Whoa.
Seems operative word.
You won't swallow, so.
We're starting to show off that way, huh?
Well, guys, it was a fun time tonight. I'll see y'all next week.
Hey, that clip will be up there tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we edit that?
Yeah, zero context. Yeah.
I need to get we need to have one of the things. It would be funnier if it would pop up quicker, but we need one of the little gifs of like Dr. Phil going, we'll edit that out. But what is going on? How's everybody doing?
We'll do it live.
Yeah. That could have been an email.
That could have been an email.
How's
You
everybody?
know, doing good. How about you?
Another day. I finally got all these freaking orders in and showed up today or yesterday. I got Luigi.
Nice.
And as I get this, I bring it down here and I'm like, as soon as I get done with this tank, I'm going to start building Luigi. And I just happen to look behind me on this wonderful 2 shelves of Mario that I decided to create. And I don't have a single space for this thing. So I'm going to have to take all of these figs and move them down and put Luigi in front of the question mark block. So, life of Lego. You got
First world problems.
Do what?
Yeah.
First world problems.
Yeah.
How many times have you rebuilt the clone base in the last 2 weeks?
None.
None.
It's the same as it was the other time.
You posted a story like 2 days ago, and half the wall was still torn down.
The only reason it was torn down was because I took it off to make the I don't know why my mind just went blank on that, but snot bricks. I needed to add snot bricks on the side so I could add a different border.
I see.
And all I did was pop it off the plates and go and add it. It's all so everything is 100% back together from where it was tore up. The only thing that's not is the tile floor. I placed the order that came in with this. I've got the white triangle tiles.
To the arrows.
Yeah, I'm gonna create arrows showing things, and then I got more yellow tiles to like block some stuff off. And in this is 400 candlesticks, so I can make shells.
What color?
Dark bluish gray.
Okay.
I got dark bluish gray and dark tan. I got like 100 dark tan because I wanted to use some to like basically what I've seen online. It's you take a plate, you put a bar clip on it, and then you put the candlestick in it, and you stick like 2 or 3 candlesticks up, and then you take a bar, you cut the bar, and then you put another clip in it, and then another candlestick turned the other way, and you build it, and you have like a 3 shelving unit. And then there's I might have already taken it over there. I bought a bunch of different like bright colored containers to use.
Interesting.
That way it's not all gray.
You'll have to send me a picture of this rack situation with you cutting pieces because I've never seen that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the candlesticks used for shelving, but have you seen it with like they use like longer bars, and then in between the gaps where the bars are when they're going back and forth, they do clips and go across that way. But
basically what you do in my scenario is you build like the bottom shelf,
yeah,
and then the middle shelf,
okay,
and then the top shelf is just the bottom shelf reversed.
That makes sense.
It's,
Yeah.
I'll show it to you.
That makes sense.
It's pretty.
Well, I will say I did do my homework for tonight.
Did you? Me and George.
Well,
had a bet
mostly
on
because
it.
like the thumbnail, the title, everything is based on me doing my homework. So I was like, all right, well, I kind of have to do it now. So
Well, it's really cool, guys, because everybody in the chat doesn't know this, but we actually have like this group chat where we talk about things to get ready. But Caden never responds, so we never know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know if he's coming or not, or
that's not true. You
You
almost
voted
always
on
know
it?
if I'm coming or not.
he might be making cookies that he's not going to share with anybody.
George, you always know when Camden's coming.
Nah.
Plus, George has never gotten cookies, so I don't know if you even get to like be pulling that card, George.
Oh,
I haven't gotten cookies, so
Yeah.
I did tell Haley asked a minute ago. She was like, "Is Caden still coming to Brick Universe?" And
As far as I know,
I was like, "I'm pretty sure he's bringing cookies because he ain't got to fly."
I am going to try my best to bring cookies.
So we can start this show off the right way. What's going on with Brick Fair, Virginia, sir? It's not happening.
Has it been since Fredericksburg that I've been on?
No, I know that there's been an update. There's like 3 or 4 places that it just can't happen. I don't think it's going to happen this year. And
Yes. He posted. So he first of all, Brick Fair Expo or Brick Fair Fan Expo Instagram is new and booming. Is his attempt to social media, which has been really funny because pretty much at Fredericksburg he like followed everyone, and then any single person who posted anything from Fredericksburg he like reposted. I don't know if he's doing it or if somebody else is doing it, but it's rather entertaining.
I mean, that is an easy way to get content. No lie.
I mean, yeah, like we had all like 10 of my lug members all posted posts of like the same pictures of our lug builds, and he reposted every single one of them. But no, so the most recent update was that they're still trying to have a show. However, he did express that based on, I guess, the current like logistic parameters of the new space, because at this point it's too late to try to book any other venue other than the new town center one. So he's pretty much kind of like waiting to get more details on that to make a decision. But there is definitely a possibility that show does not happen this year. I know he expressed at Fredericksburg that he was open to the idea of skipping a year and coming back strong next year. And based on like obviously a lot of the feedback he got from the community, there were people who were like, no, we want a show. But realistically speaking, like he kind of has to look at it from the perspective of anyone traveling. Like he can't make that decision for a show in 2 weeks and then expect everyone to register, pay, and travel. So honestly, at this point, unless like he gets some pretty massive news about that space, I am kind of leaning like 60-40 that it's not going to happen this year. And honestly, like I think that's probably for the best in the sense that he can let the space like actually feel out, even like go to, because he lives close-ish, like go to some of the shows that happen in the new space throughout the next year just to get an idea of like how the flow goes. And then set up for Chantilly or Dulles or Sterling, whatever they're going to call it, for next year. So it is smaller.
I don't think there's a point in trying to rush it and then end up crappy, because then he's going to blame himself.
Yeah, I mean, like I think realistically speaking, what people are going to kind of realize, like if we have a show this year, because number one, the space is smaller, right? It's only 120,000 square feet, whereas the deck was 130, and it's split between 2 levels. So that also adds its own complications. Especially if like, if he kind of falls under the idea of like, oh, we'll put mocks on one level and we'll put vendors and activities on another, which I kind of like the idea of. Like you have shopping activities on, the upper floor, and then you have like the actual like exhibition on the bottom floor or whatever.
Yeah.
However, I think like 120,000 square feet in 2 separate spaces then also actually feels smaller, because then you're looking at, creating aisles and things like that in 60,000 square feet versus 130. So the layout is definitely going to be different, and I think from like the mock perspective, I think the first year that we're in that space is going to be kind of an eye opener for people to register early, because we will likely get to a point, especially with how popular Brick Fair has become over the last couple of years, where we're going to turn stuff away because there won't be space. So
That's
I'm kind of hoping for a deferment, and like let the space kind of get up and running, and then get in there, and see how it goes. If the Dulles one doesn't happen, I might try to go to the PA one in November, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll take Sugarloaf to that or not, but
I kind of think of how it is. I don't really know on my end, at least. I know George isn't going to any, and Gene doesn't build mocks. I don't know about the people in the chat, because there is a few out there that we do need to address. But I'm going to have this thing built by June, right? And there's another small mock that I'm working on. I'm hopefully going to have it done by June. Well, yeah. And then my problem is that, do I just show this in like the two shows, like the local shows I'm going through this year, and do I tear it apart, or do I leave it together? And like I don't know what I want to do. That's a big thing I've been trying to decide, because
yeah, I'm right there with you, because so like for Sugarloaf, the first show is Raleigh, which we knew, and then like the rest of the shows on the list for it were the Dulles event for Brick Fair, Brick Erie in September, which it will likely still go to, because kind of the downside is that like the first show that I go to, with it, some media is going to get out there, so like there's no hiding it at that point, especially because you'll just post it. So I will probably, the plan right now, based on like especially trying to move at the end of the year, would be to finish it, and then if Brick Fair doesn't happen, keep it built for next year, take it to Atlanta potentially, but then also like have it built already for Brick Fair. So it also gives me a year deferment to work on the finale as well, and then some of the other smaller projects. But if Chantilly doesn't happen, Sugarloaf's going to stay built and go to shows next year.
all jokes aside, if you don't want me to post that, I will not.
I mean, I will probably post some like hopefully before Raleigh, I will have posted a trailer at least for it, because I got to go to 5. I'm going to go to 5 days a week reels in order to get through all my footage. But I'm going to post the trailer before Raleigh, so that at least kind of it'll be there ahead of time. So if it gets posted around, and then I might take like my pictures and do the post, but then it'll kind of wait in purgatory to go to other shows.
Yeah, I promise I won't post it. I'll just send it to George and have George post it, but whatever.
Be the phantom not there guy.
Why did I get it? Why did I just get it? Am I the backup?
Well, I mean, to be honest,
Oh yeah.
I don't know that you really post on Instagram.
Not much.
I think he follows me now, though.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know Gene figured out how to do that.
I mean, it only took what, a year and a half maybe on the show for him to figure it out.
Well, he had to Google how to do it.
You guys follow Lego content creators?
Do what?
You guys
Nope.
follow Lego content creators?
I don't. I just follow my boys.
I follow people that send me third-party sets so I can build and let them know what I think.
I follow land members so I can shit talk them in their comments.
Do you want to know what I think about this set so far?
Which one is that?
This monstrosity of a tank right here?
Garbage.
Oh, Jesus. What brand is it?
Brick War?
Oh, yeah, okay. The one that steals all of our content and reposts it as reels?
Yeah.
Did Cameron put that in the group chat with us, with all of you guys in it, or he just put it in the one where we're all in?
I don't know. There's so many we were talking about that yesterday. There's so many freaking posts that get sent. I have no idea what I've seen. I haven't.
I can't keep up with Cameron during the day.
So,
Dude,
Brick War posted, I think it's Brick War, posted one of their reels where it's like, it's the same, kind of shtick as like the Lego reels, like, oh, something has happened, build the whatever to do something.
Yeah.
Well, it was I think it was an ad for their Tiger tank. And it was like, oh, the Allies are storming the beaches of Normandy. And it was a pan over from one of the videos of Cameron's Normandy build.
I've seen it.
And they were like, and he said that he was like, I don't know if I should feel like good or bad about this. It's like, I mean, they're just like stealing your content. I haven't seen it with mine yet. I'm honestly kind of shocked, but
they're definitely Chinese.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like, because I'm sure they follow, like, Beyond the Brick and all that stuff to get, like, to pull content from. The fact that I haven't seen, like, Hacksaw pop up for, a Sherman tank or something like that is crazy.
Give it time.
Well,
yeah,
I do want to
it'll happen.
Go over the people in the chat. We got Papa Trip says, hey, Bearded Bricks boys, families, and friends. Hope everyone is doing good and having a safe week. Andrew says, I am here now. I am working on the Orion spacecraft in minifigure scale. I'm glad you're doing space again. Andrew, Papa Trip says, howdy. Sandwich Jones says, evening, guys. Cascadia says, howdy. Cajun AFall says, have a fantastic show tonight, everyone. DRC, Mr. Colton says, hey, all. Boulder Mountain Brick says, how's everyone doing tonight? Moto Lego says, I want to know about VA as well. I hope Caden gave you some interesting facts. And Moto said, nobody knows I post way more wilderness exploration.
I watch Moto hike to the top of a mountain once a year.
I think that Moto should do one of those free climb on a building like that one guy did on Netflix and $1,000.
And Andrew said apparently Brick Universe is doing one in Richmond in November, which, I mean, honestly, if that happens, like, I might entertain that. It's a little bit more of a drive. Like
Andrew, message me on Instagram and tell me to just be like, hey, you told me you were going to tell me about something. There's another show that's not got a date yet, but it's happening here in North Carolina that is near Concord. I'm not promising anything because it will be its first year, but
yeah.
Near Concord?
Yeah, in Kannapolis.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to Annapolis.
Yeah. Kannapolis is where NASCAR was made.
Now, on the topic of tonight's theme.
Do what?
It's where there's a giant statue of a dead guy.
Nice. I mean, there's giant statues of dead guys all over the place.
Yeah, but
Well,
this is the most.
This is one wearing a ball cap.
Gotcha.
Our niece had her third son, and they haven't come up with a name yet, and I suggested Dale.
Dale.
I mean,
Dale,
come on.
Every time I think of
Number
somebody
3.
says Dale, I never think of Dale Earnhardt. I think of what's the damn cartoon? What's the damn cartoon where they're all sitting at a fence every episode? King of the Hill.
Oh.
Dale, big old pot belly Dale.
Like, damn it, Dale.
Damn it, Bubby.
Sandwich Jones, to answer your question, Brick Convention is like the step cousin of Brick Universe.
Don't go to Brick Convention.
They're owned by like ex-partners or ex-friends or something like that, and they're kind of like competitors. I've heard good and bad of them, so definitely attend at your own risk.
Man, you really did throw Gene off.
But
You really did throw Gene out of here, didn't you?
I don't know what he did. He like exited and left.
he put him on
Oh.
timeout.
I don't think he doesn't know that he's not on the stage.
No, I was hanging out talking to Tori. Somebody important.
Jeff Gordon stuff ready.
On the topic of tonight's theme, I was unsuccessful in finding everything, but I found 3 pictures from 2010.
Are you in
Which
them?
doesn't sound like much for you old timers, but I was 9. And then I pulled every build that I could find that I have displayed at a show. So like early vignettes, and then my first Brick Fair build, and I have every Brick Fair build up until Hacksaw. And I cringed a lot looking at the 2015 build and comparing it to like 2022.
You know what we really need, Gaden?
What?
Your first interview with Beyond the Brick.
Squeaky voice.
The best thing is I had to go watch that video because I didn't have a picture of that mock. So I had to go watch the video and wait for him to like pano to most of it and then screenshot it.
I literally just text George before he said anything, and I was like, it'd be perfect if we had that voice crack video for tonight.
I spent 6 hours one day scrolling on my phone trying to find that video again, and I cannot find it. I swear I saved it to a special folder.
You don't even have to save it. Literally type, all you have to search is Lego Battle of Peleliu 6 foot. You type exactly that, and it's the first thing that comes up.
How many times have you watched this dang thing?
Enough. Enough times to be nightmare fuel.
It's got 400,000 views, and nobody even knows what he's built.
Well, the best part about it, which like unbeknownst
Where
to
in
me,
the video is the most watched?
it's definitely not the most watched one.
400,000 views, but 398,000 of them are him.
But the what I was unaware of until like years later when I went back and looked at it was on that video there's like 14 comments or something like that, and like half of them are making fun of the voice crack, and the other half are like be like, oh, that's rough, like sorry bud. Nobody's actually talking about the build. And then for like 3 years after that they turned comments off on my videos. They didn't turn them back on until like I think it was 2019 when we did the airfield collab. That was the first time I realized that they were back on. Maybe 2018, but it was pretty entertaining.
I will say though, with that being your first interview, I'm not gonna blame you. I'm not gonna hold anything against you. If you have never been interviewed by Beyond the Brick before, they're great guys, right?
Yeah.
The thing that they don't prepare you for is that they don't prepare you. They literally walk up and go, "Do you want to be interviewed?" and hand you a microphone. There's like, no, you have no idea what to say.
They're like, introduce yourself, tell us your age, and tell you what you built. Well, I mean, I will say, like, that information aside, I was also 13, so like the perfect age for that to be happening. But yeah, like he walked up to me because I had some correspondence with him prior, and so we got to meet like in person at Brick Fair that year. And then like as they're walking around, he's like, "Oh, you want to talk about it?" I was like, I mean, yeah." So every year since then, and like, people roast me for it or whatever, but like while I'm building and doing all the research and stuff, I will like rehearse the history out loud so that when I'm doing the interview, because I know the format of it now, obviously, like I will like go point for point through the entire thing of like what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to say, but well beforehand, like several times.
My first interview with him, I was just winging it. I mean, I knew a majority of what I was talking about, but you could tell when I'm shooting from the hip and I'm nervous, I'm making up funny stuff that shouldn't be said.
You're just like, it's a boat.
That was like 17 minutes.
Yeah. Well, like the first interview, that first video is like 4 minutes. It's like it's like there's some figures, I just chuck them into a bin, and there's some water, and that's about it. And then like the 3 or 4 years after that were all like under 7 minutes. And
I
then
thought I
like
really made it for a second. I thought
minutes.
Mickey was on here.
Oh,
I was like, holy shit.
You don't need to go to Disney World this year.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My Mickey Mouse impression is pretty good.
I mean, the first time I interviewed with it, so the first time that I brought the castle to Brick Fair, before I knew you, apparently they came by to interview me and I wasn't there, and they left a buddy of mine who was there a sticker that says Beyond the Brick that was like, come find them.
Yeah.
Well, guess what he failed to tell me? That they had said any of that. I just thought they left a sticker.
Yeah.
He told me that after he seen the interview from the next year. So
well, the crazy thing is like you can tell, like just from them having been around, like which shows get attraction, because they did the Mount Yay like full interview at World War Brick, and so like the lighting wasn't great because we're in a warehouse that's full of natural light versus like Chantilly that's all the overhead lights, and so that video initially, and I think even up till now, is probably like one of my least viewed ones. But the reel that they did from Chantilly hit like 16 million views in like a week. So like people follow Brick Fair and Brick World like religiously, whereas like the smaller shows like World War Brick and things like that is like a much more niche audience. Which I thought was interesting. So like now I know not to take big stuff to World War Brick prior to any other big shows if they're gonna go. But
you got to be.
I don't know. You said what?
You got to be very selective.
Yeah. Well, now like especially now that I'm flying mostly to shows, like the shows that I'm traveling to, so Chantilly or not Chantilly, Chicago, World War Brick, like those kinds of shows will be mostly the vignettes. Or other kind of like medium-esque size builds. I've got 4 or 5 vignettes planned to build over the next year, so hopefully those will be on display next year too. But
I wish I could crank out mocks that fast.
I mean, if you built small stuff, you could.
Probably could. You're right.
Yeah.
The smaller it is, the quicker you can crank it.
I don't know how you want to do this. I've probably got like 30 pictures on here.
I mean, if you're ready to go, we can go ahead and load it up. Do you want to kind of explain what's going on? I mean, I know the thumbnail.
I can, yeah. So the part that sucks, and I don't know why, it won't, like when I open, because I have them all in a separate folder. When I click on one of them, it doesn't let me just like tab through them. So I literally have to like X out and click on every one of them, which is really annoying.
Are you on Windows or Apple?
I'm on Windows.
Oh, well, that's odd.
Yeah. Like it was doing it on my desktop upstairs, and then I zipped it and sent it to my laptop, and it won't let me tab through them.
Did you extract it?
Yeah. Are you doing it from the zip file or?
I thought I did. Hold on.
Yeah, so if you're doing it from the zip file, you can only do it one at a time. But if you extract it and save it to a separate folder, you should be able to pan through.
I love how the 2 oldest people are telling the 2 youngest, or the 1 youngest person, how to work a computer.
I mean, like I know how it works. Let me try it again, because I moved it to a different file earlier, and it did not.
Richard, in his defense, George and I sit at computers all day, every day.
Oh, all right. I figured it out.
We're not gonna explain to him how to operate an oven.
No,
that is fine.
I don't know. I'd be willing to put Gene up against that sometimes.
Now I will say the other downside is I put them in order in the folder, and then the second that I zipped it, it sorted them, so they're out of order.
it's frustrating. I have to go through and rename mine before every show.
I
Yeah,
renamed them all, but if I'm just gonna tab through them, I'll kind of give some insight as to what year it's from. But yeah, if we wanna kick it in, I'm good. Richard disappeared.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
I
Do you
dropped
share?
the piece and it rolled off of my shoe and ran all the way on the other side.
Nice.
Blaze said, "Caden, do you need help?"
No, I'm good. Let's see. Window, entire screen. Yeah, let's share my entire screen. Why not? Hold on. Let me check all my tabs. No, we're good. All right.
I was about to say, make sure you close some of that stuff.
All right. So you guys can see this, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to close that, and because as soon as you open a picture, it's going to open it into a different tab.
Oh hell yeah! All right, well hold on.
Oh no, you're
Drop that. Oh boy, now you get the infinite screens.
Man, I went on a bad trip one time like that.
Why can I not?
good. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
I was talking about the Magic School Bus. What were you talking about?
Little Einstein.
I know.
If I share the entire screen, it won't pop up the picture.
If you share the screen of the picture viewer.
How have you never done this before?
Well, the last time I did this, I was sharing a Chrome tab. Because if I have it open... All right, hold on a second. Let me try this. So if I do this, you can't see this picture?
No.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Well, I just shared it and you just closed it.
Well, yeah, I hit the wrong... Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
They
Hold on.
can't see it if you keep closing your own share.
Share screen, and then open this. You can see this now?
All right. Topic idea for next week while I'm gone. IT support.
How to use a computer? Yeah. Yes, you can see this picture?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool. Holy shit. All right, we got there.
You should have put clothes on first.
Put clothes on first.
Never
You guys
mind.
didn't know I'm always on this show half naked.
We know now.
So
Nobody wanted to see that picture though.
that's fair. There are on here. I have all the new current vignettes, and then I have all of the old vignettes as well. And by old, I mean I was like 16, and I had like 2 figures and wanted to use them. So this was when CB did their Airborne. This is an old CB like Wehrmacht torso too, but this was 20. Oh God, what year was this? 2018, 2019, I think.
We got Chef in the house. What is up, Chef? Blaze said you can make a PowerPoint and drop the pic in there.
That is true. I could do that. So that's one. This I think was that same year. So this was the airfield collab we did for Peleliu. There were 3 of us that worked on this.
That's beautiful.
It was nice. It was interesting because it was the first collab I had ever done, and it was one that I kind of put together. So I had the top 2, and then the center were my sections. Sean, who's done a bunch of big stuff over the years too, he did these 3, and then a buddy of ours brought these. But he brought them like completely flat, so we basically rebuilt his with craters and trails and everything when he got here. But it was cool. This was actually the first time we ever got I ever got nominated. This got nominated for best battle scene that year. Up against his Reichstag mock, which is over here, and then he obviously obliterated us. So either way, he was winning something. I believe the next one is one from 2010. Oh, okay, no. This is 2018. This was the year before the airfield. I don't know. I really liked cookie cutter buildings, apparently. And then using clear studs for explosions. I don't know if I can zoom in. Kind of. Picture quality pre-2024 is really bad, so I apologize. These are my old modified.
You mean to tell me that we can get pictures of us on the moon in 1969 that are high quality, but you can't get me one sitting in your living room in 2022?
Well, okay.
Android.
To be fair, I wasn't taking pictures of stuff in 2022. Especially since I had to like go and dig through like Facebook to find images. I had to go through Facebook, Instagram, my family picture folder, my cell phone, and like 3 other areas to find some of these pictures, and then screenshotting YouTube videos.
His MySpace account.
Yeah. This one though, if you were unaware, is a C-47. This was peak 2010 right here. Got the old Mars mission cockpit up here. Not so aerodynamic whole chassis here. I do the Coast Guard, the old Coast Guard helicopter. Or I guess I don't know if this was. I think no, this was definitely the helicopter.
Man,
yeah,
you would have beat me in Cutthroat Builder a couple years ago.
that was peak. I found that picture. I was like, yeah, I got to include that one.
I'm glad you told us what it was because I wouldn't have found that.
Yeah,
out.
no, it's obviously it's a C-47. Like, can't you see? It's got the invasion stripes on it and everything. Yeah. This one, obviously, this is when I learned how to take pictures. So I don't know if the two of these are in order. They're not. All right. Well, there's a second one of these of the other half because apparently there isn't a picture of the whole thing. But this is the Bellew Wood vignette that I have built right now. And then got Bloody Nose Ridge. This is 20. I started building this in 2019, and then it went on display in 2021, post COVID. This was the last build for Peleliu, and it was also the last build that I used regular tan as my base color. It was also the first build I used lights.
Hoarder 66 is in the house, and he says that he is on Bricklink right now making his next order for his next mock.
Nice.
What are you building?
This was also the mock that forced me to purchase a village's worth of dark gray slopes, in case that wasn't obvious. And then this was an old Bastone or Battle of the Bulge build, vignette-esque something. I like these trees. These trees are kind of sick. Using the old rubber sprues.
Yeah, you can do the same thing now with snot bricks and using the ones with studs on them.
Yeah. So
Troublemaker Bricks 1706 says hello there, everyone.
and then got the gun pit going on there. Again, this was just a reason for me to use these airborne figures. Bougainville, you guys have seen that one. Actually, I think at least Richard and George, you guys have seen this one in person.
Yep.
This was a smaller, another reason to use my airborne figs. Same kind of thing, but a much smaller. Flexing the chrome knife there too. Let's see what else we got in here. Chosen Reservoir, you've seen. This was the Christmas Truce build. This was still, I think this was set up in this way to take a picture. Obviously, it was set up much differently and much more thought out when it was actually on display. But this one was really cool. This was the first like non-World War II-esque build that I did on scale. I actually did it for a Christmas lug event, right? Because my lug is mostly like non-military people. So when they do shows, I try to kind of twist the theme to work it with military in some capacity.
It's always got to be about you.
Yeah, So this is why I own the Tam O'Shanners. Also worth noting, I didn't even see it before. This was my collection of 1x1 dark tan at the time.
I was noticing the dark tan and the black bins behind it.
Yeah, so almost every single one of these pieces has vastly outgrown these little black bins since then. This was also when my build space was still in my room, not in the basement. And this was the first time messing with this tree too, which ended up both being a gift and a curse because I used them in a couple other builds too. This was a D-Day vignette-esque thing. Another reason to use custom parts. See, I was kind of doing the whole customs with vignettes before.
I don't consider that a vignette. I consider that a minifig placeholder.
No, it's a vignette. It's a 16x16.
Is there a hole in the center of that one?
There is not a hole in the center of that one, no. This was before I had bad influences in my life. Yeah. So, ironically enough, I want
to... Richard?
Do what?
You mispronounced Richard?
That's what I meant. So, we've seen this one, right? The best part is I went one of the old vignettes, one of the first vignettes I tried to do this like natural border thing with. It did not look like it does now, but I didn't realize how like nearly identical these builds kind of are to each other. With a dead Japanese guy and a couple of Marines and some palm trees.
Definitely a theme to your build.
It's definitely a theme, but you can see the utter chaos that is trying to do this like natural border. Definitely not the vibe. I was also using
today.
Also have plate feet. Because that was bougie at the time. Plus, this is early war. This dude's got the Tommy with the drum mag on it too.
Was that Bonnie and Clyde right there?
Yeah. But yeah, you can see all the colors peeking through and stuff too. All the random gaps. Hacksaw, obviously this is the most recent one. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this one. This one I also apparently didn't have a picture of. I had to go and find this.
You didn't have a picture of your own hacksaw mock?
I mean, I have pictures of it, but not like I didn't have a whole picture. I have a bunch of close-ups that I used for the post, but I didn't realize in the post there was never like a whole like overview picture. So I had to go find this one. Somebody else took this one and shared it with me, but definitely. I mean, I want to say it's one of the, my simpler builds, but like it's definitely not. But I think as far as like the actual construction of it, it was pretty simple because it's just like the sections all attached to the frame. But I think it looked pretty good. So that's the most recent build, large build, at least it's been on display. Yeah, here was the other picture of it from the side. This was the first one I played with this kind of natural earth layer technique too, which I'm now using en masse on Sugarloaf.
What do you find like the hardest thing to do that?
To do this one?
No, just to do that style.
So the hardest thing that I've noticed, especially doing it with Sugarloaf, is that like doing it in enough random variations to make it continue to look natural. Like this part right here is probably my favorite because it looks natural. It's like rounded, but you're still using all like square and very linear parts. And so like I'm noticing, I realize this dude's got the hot dog too. Like noticing
that just knows that's just you saying that I was there.
Yeah, well, and then Jeff was definitely here too because Spider-Man's still attached over here. But it's like it's using the same 4 or 5 pieces, but using it in like offsets and things like that to like kind of keep it looking natural, especially for Sugarloaf. Like I'm splitting 3 different colors, so maintaining kind of some natural contour in that as well. But there were definitely some parts on this that like I wasn't super crazy about. Like right here was a little blocky for me, but
Lorem said he'd have to pay someone to do all that gray on the sides. I
mean, yeah, that's fair. There's like a whole 2-minute time lapse of me just stacking gray bricks to do these walls. But I will say I found the these 1x2 curved slopes, the inverted ones, and the arch that they fit into also make really good pieces to do this. I ordered a bunch of those arches in reddish brown and in dark gray, and those are proving to be super helpful for kind of helping to coerce the curvature there. Harper's Ferry we've seen. I've rebuilt that 3 times now. This is the first Civil War one I did. I have another Civil War one coming soon. This is Henderson Field. This is from 2019 as well. Of John Bassilone's gun team in their pit. The thing that irks me the most about this is that I have a sand green CB Marine here and then an olive green Eclipse Graphics Marine here.
Hey, at least one doesn't have a yellow head.
That is true. That is true. They do have black pod helmets on though, not green.
He's not
But,
holding the gun right either.
Yeah. Well, this dude's pistol's just like laying over here next to him. I do want to revisit this though, and do a more fleshed out version of the Marines line at Henderson Field at some point, especially because I've got a bunch of Springfields now. We've seen this one. I think you guys even showed this one on here when I wasn't here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you guys have all seen that one in person too. Kadena Airfield. This is probably the build of mine that I have enjoyed the least. It's kind of round, but also it's like this was 2023 for context. Like it was just very simple. Like it was just a bunch of guys on a flat tan thing, and this was also the last year that I used yellow.
You definitely went out pretty hard right there.
Yeah. Now the vehicles on this were kind of cool. Building these bulldozers and then the steam shovel up here too.
That's a nice little shovel.
That was interesting. It's definitely like really big, but like the concept of it was pretty cool. There is like not functioning, but there's like twine up there too to like, you know, for all the suspension and everything. I still have one of the bulldozers built, actually.
What's wrong, George?
Oh,
You don't use twine for your suspension?
well, that's not a suspension up there, but
Well, you know what I meant.
Caden, we love you, buddy.
Yeah. So, but this was this one did not get a lot of great like reception because it was just like blah, like there wasn't much going on, like it was just a bunch of guys. Now this was the build that preceded Mount Yay, so I took the feedback from this and then put it into Mount Yay, which I know. Richard, did you ever see Mount Yay in person? That was 2024.
Yeah, I've seen your other one in person too.
Which other one?
The reservoir.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a small vignette, easily
That one?
No.
transportable.
What's the one you just said? The big one that was down in the valley.
Bloody Nose Ridge?
Yes.
You saw that one in 2021?
You brought that to Brick Fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember, I've been at Brick Fair every year since 2020.
Well, you mean 2021? Because there wasn't a show in 2020.
Well, yeah, 21.
Okay.
This
So
would've been
you've seen everything from then on.
This would have been my 5th year.
Okay. But yeah, so this one was just kind of like whatevs. This one, however, this was 2022. This was the first build for Okinawa. It was the first build using entirely dark tan, and it was also the first build of doing freeform landscape. I was also apparently working on the Christmas truce as well, because here's a unfinished base plate of it. But I really liked how this one came out.
Did you just pour those plates out?
Yep, sure did. There's only about 20,000 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ding you for that one.
That's fine.
I
I
will
obviously
say
like
one of the things I am looking forward to the most in mocks
yeah.
is this year has dropped so many translucent light blue pieces
Oh yeah.
that it's
I'm here for it. Yeah.
we got some short guy in the chat trying to be funny.
Nice.
He says, "What's up, gentlemen and Richard?"
But like doing these buildings, like the blown out building and like this kind of old cobblestone wall was fun, and like having all the landing craft, building all the landing craft was because during this year I designed these LVTs, these smaller ones, which you guys have seen. And they're not the most sturdy thing. I think I had to rebuild 6 of them at the show. But they definitely look pretty. So, but I compared this to the landings on Peleliu one that I did. Oh, speak of the devil, here's the landings on Peleliu that I did.
So you know how you just said you rarely do collaborations?
Yeah.
You know what I think that me and you really should do?
A collaboration?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, do you know what I think would be epic for me and you to do together?
What?
A massive airfield.
Yeah. I mean, or we do Henderson Field and you build the airfield and I build like the skirmishes that outside of it.
I've got a mock tonight. I don't know if I sent it in our. You're in the group chat. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I got a mock tonight that the only reason I'm bringing it. It's a cool mock. Don't get me wrong. That's one thing that really stuck out to me.
Yeah.
But keep going.
But yeah. So comparing. So this was the second mock that I ever did for a show. And it was the landing. This was the landings on Peleliu. So this was the first attempt at rock work. This was the first attempt at vehicles. So this LVT is massive. And then obviously the landscape is extremely flat. So like I compare all the time. Every time I see this picture, I compare this picture to this picture. And it's just like night and day. Granted, there's this is 2016. This is 2022. So there's only 6 years between those two. But probably one of the only non-military mocks on here. This was my underwater mermaid collaborative section of the Rock Arch. With lots of dark tan and coral.
Coral?
Coral? Is that coral? Yeah, where's Drew? It's coral. And then this was my other contribution to the same project of having to put some military flair on it. So I had some sunken vehicles and landing crafts on the seafloor. With a little explorer down here using some sand green wieners for like seagrass.
Hey, anytime a wiener's involved, you know it's going to be a good time.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I came back in a long time.
This is
Or
probably
the right time.
This is probably the worst vignette that I think I've ever done. This is meant to be the Battle of Midway.
I was saying, I know that's a battleship.
Yeah, definitely a battleship here. Why it's like banking of 80-degree, lean? I'm not entirely sure.
It'd be called a lift.
Or why it's gonna sail into the island here, but
it's artillery tanking and turning so it can shoot higher.
Yeah, it's arcing them.
History Sam said, "Yo, look at that! You made a ship mock."
I did make a ship mock. So these are Japanese carriers, obviously, and then a U.S. battleship, and then obviously we have this. So this is what got me onto this show because Sam sent you guys pictures of this from World War Brick, and then you invited me on for the first time, and the rest is history. So this build to date is probably, at least that has been shown so far, is the largest build by part count and the largest build by footprint up until I finished Sugarloaf. It was probably also the most like technique advanced that I've gotten, especially with all the nets and everything, and then obviously the inclusion of like all the lighting and all that. But this is probably the build that I'm like most associated with now, which is cool.
That's the first build when I first met you.
Yep, it's the one. Yeah, the one that I had to. One that you guys were waiting for me to leave when I had to pack it up so you could go home.
Yeah, we were waiting to see that thing get destroyed when you packed it away.
It didn't, and it survived another couple thousand miles on the road. Let's see. Vietnam, you guys have seen.
Trevor said that was the first build that he saw.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting too because like this build, I think as people kind of came around to the hobby like after COVID and then even during COVID, like 2023, 2024 is when people who found the community then like found the community in the essence of like finding stuff like Brick Fair and other shows. But this one also got like blown up online, like between Beyond the Brick, random people on like Twitter and Instagram, like it was everywhere for a solid couple months, especially because like the initial video came out before Brick Fair, because it was World War Brick, Chicago, Brick Fair, and then Erie, and all of which had like posts and reposts and stuff like that. So it was all over the place. The trailer also, for some reason, the trailer for this that I posted on Instagram, I'm only like gonna blame the audio that I put on it, but all of my reels prior maximum hit like 10K. The trailer for this hit 260K in the span of like 5 days.
You know what is really funny though? One of my favorite comments ever on anything is when you do something like that and you use a random trending audio and you get the messages or the comments in there that are like, I know nothing about Lego, but this is dope.
Yes, those are the best ones. It's funny too when you see like the people who will start following you from your reel, because like half the people are like something Bricks, but then you have guys or like random accounts that are like, you know, Gene McAdams, and it's just like some random person's like personal account who found it and was like, oh, this is cool.
Gene, your alter ego has been busted, by the way.
Gene McAdams. So Vietnam we've seen, that one's been at a couple shows. Peleliu Airfield we've seen. Obviously at this point, like this is all within the last year or two, but kind of really getting down some of the techniques here. This was the third build. This was the jungle on Peleliu, and this isn't even done yet. I could not find a picture of this finished. But again, very flat, very much inspired by the HBO bunker scene, but also not at all at the same time. Yeah, just this was also, I think, the last year that I had the stickered and painted god-awful minifigures. Yeah, I don't even want to look at that anymore. This was the first build that I ever did. This is the voice crack video. This is everything right here. This build sucked. Okay.
Blaze said that we kept destroying Caden's trees that year.
Caden's trees. What trees were you destroying? I mean, you probably wait. Which one are we talking about? Oh, this one. What other ones have trees? This one. I don't know. But yeah, so this is god awful. This is I mean, I'll cut myself some slack. I was 13. The anti-aircraft gun back here was actually kind of sick.
Hey man, for 13, that's pretty damn good, I think.
I mean, yeah, like I was going, I think, for size more so than like detail, but and like where I got 10 base plates, I have no idea. But like the fact that the foliage has a very specific line where it starts and stops. I
like the solid line of dark tan for the wet sand.
Yeah, man. No, there's one 2x6 right here of regular tan. This was inspired by the Brickmania version that they did in Chicago in 2013 when they took the LST. That was the main inspiration for this, and so I did my version of that in a 13-year-old kind of way, and then chucked all the foliage into one bin. But yeah, that was good times there.
So crazy to know how many builds y'all both done, and then when I showed mine, I literally have like 5 mocks.
Well, and it's crazy too because like there were definitely things that, like I know there are pictures of somewhere from like stuff when I was a kid of like, because I would build, it was the Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull base plate, and I would take the base plate and I would build a bunker on it, and then I had a 32x32 blue base plate that would sit in front of it, and that for my like playing ability was Omaha Beach.
Lorm said he thinks half his followers might be thoughts.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
Fair.
There, I definitely have a few of those too.
I love whenever you get a follower from a random name and you click it, and as soon as it opens up their page, you're just like,
You're just like, nope.
So I've got a
Saipan-
question for everybody in the chat while we're going over this. So if you were here last week, you know that me and George were joking. I have literally only built 5 mocks. That is it. Now, mind you, they are not small.
And he's gone. And he's
That was
gone.
my fault. But all I have ever built was 5 mocks, right? That is it. But when you look at y'all's, and I got a question for everybody in the chat, how many mocks have y'all actually started and completed?
Oh. Can we talk about the ones we've started and destroyed and never finished?
That's what I'm saying. Because, like, as far as everyone on YouTube is concerned, the first and second castle never got finished because I never posted a video of it.
Yeah. I don't know if there's ever... honestly, I think the only build that I have ever started and not finished was the initial first build, which was supposed to be Battle of Kashyyyk. Back when David was doing his. That was my initial influence for Brick Fair that first year. And then when I couldn't get the parts I needed and they had tan plates on the wall was when I switched to Pelelu. But I think that's the only time I've ever started a build and not finished it.
I'm really kind of upset. Well, I'm not really upset, but I really wish I was going to be able to see the Boyo collab at Chicago this year.
I'm really excited about that. I'll FaceTime you and show it to you.
Wait, you can't FaceTime. You don't have an iPhone.
You know, I'll video call you on the gram or something. But we've all seen Saipan. We've all seen that one and that one. This was the Battle of Shurayama. This is the real life Last Samurai. This was the first way throwback history build that I did. And it was interesting. It was pretty simple. I played with some ball joints on the rock work and stuff here, which was kind of cool. And then obviously sourcing all these figure parts. These dark blue police hats are not cheap. This is where the cannons on Harper's Ferry came from too. But
if you had to go back and rebuild one build again, what would you do?
What build would I go back and try again?
Yeah.
With my modern day parts collection and technique knowledge?
Yeah.
This one right here. I mean, yeah, probably this. I feel like if I had of this size and the parts that I have now, this would look a billion times better. No doubt about it. And honestly, I could even do this again and make it bigger and make it look much better. I just noticed on 2 of the base plates, I made the sides tan, and then on 2 of them, I just didn't because I guess I didn't have enough tan bricks.
That reminds me quite a bit of my first D-Day mock. I did similar. Brickmania did one, so I tried to make one, but I was math.
Yeah.
Trevor said, "What about studio
32 years
mocks
old.
that are started but never finished?"
If we're counting studio mocks, I have a few, but normally when I'm using studio, it's prototyping for a physical build. So it's not
I've got
necessarily
so
something I'm
much
going to
shit
finish.
I've started in studio and never done, never finished.
Yeah. I don't know. Studio is going to have to become my best friend pretty soon because I need to start prototyping the build for next year because there's no way it's going to happen otherwise. Now, this next one, I scrolled past this to see which one it was. This next build is an utter abomination, and I'm here for it. I was probably 7 or 8 when I built this. I have no idea what's happening, but yeah. So really, it's just 3 Star Wars ships. I don't know where the wings are for the Republic attack shuttle, or why there's a base plate with bridge trusses suspended over the ATTE here. No clue. But there's some sick figs in here, though. You got some Indiana Jones. You got some Star Wars. It's really just Indiana Jones and Star Wars for the most part. This clone trooper's a firefighter, apparently.
Hey, Empire
And
doesn't
then
pay well.
this thing's got wheels. This is not Lego. This is probably from like Plastic Army Men. French or Russian flag or something here. I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, and then I have no idea what's going on here or why there's a rock monster, but something is occurring here. So yeah, that was probably the best picture I found. There's one. Oh yeah, okay. We go from this, take that in to this. This was the sections of mine for our Castle SPS collab, which I know Richard saw because we were building these edge pieces, but George, I don't know if you ever went over and saw this.
I did. That's pretty good collab for those that actually participated like they were supposed to.
I think I did more collab work in that than most of the people that were in the collab.
You did more collab work than one person who shall remain nameless. But this was a collab with a bunch of my lug people.
Say at one time it was like me, Cameron, Colton.
Yeah, it was the four of us, and then like I think Kevin came over at one point. But we had this like castle / fantasy / a bunch of other stuff collab, and we got to order like dark green and reddish brown, dark brown, and I really wanted to do kind of this castle tower with the wagon wheel technique, and kind of have this like last final tower among the ruins. So you've got, you know, all this kind of like battle carnage out here, swords and shields everywhere. Lone kind of ranger across this broken down drawbridge here. The ruins I think came out really well, especially like these kind of totems. And then like the natural border with the waterfall here. But I know it's kind of hard to tell, but these are those like little three-prong stem plant pieces, and they're just loose, stuck between like pieces of stone, basically, for the whole pathway. And then obviously these trees are a pain in the ass, but I think they look really good. I still have this built, actually. I haven't taken, well, most of it at least. I haven't taken it apart yet.
General Tron said, long day, but here now. Studio does have a few missing existing connections. And Colton said 10 out of 10, best mock you ever made. Guido says, why would you use AI for the cover? I thought Lego encouraged creativity, at least some capacity. Clearly not the case. Wow, you're pretty cool, dude. That's awesome. The thing that was crazy about, like, and I'm going to go off of what Trevor was talking about like the studio mocks, is I actually have like 6 mocks in studio that are actually fully done. The reason why I created them in there was to pretty much know what I needed piece-wise to build them. And one of them was a Batman mock that I spent quite a bit of time on. And I have never even put 2 bricks together to make it. Yeah, but I have an entire Batman mock built in studio.
Nice. Yeah, honestly, like for building all military stuff, like doing this kind of off-brand stuff, like
Tron, I think he's talking about my thumbnail.
Yeah, probably. But I really liked this build a lot. That one everybody has seen. Everyone and their mother has seen that one. I'm gonna call Tarawa. Everyone saw early because Richard posted it.
That is gorgeous.
So this is probably my favorite of the vignettes.
I don't know. You need to quit pouring out.
I think rightfully so, but the beachhead here was definitely by far like the best piece of it.
Trevor said, "I'm gonna steal." I did. It was a good one. I mean, you can have it if you want. I'll give you the whole instructions on how to build
it. This one's been around for a while too. The original plan was to make this bigger because I wanted to build the Bofors gun for the anti-aircraft pit. But with only the like 5 airborne figs, it wouldn't have felt populated enough. But if Lando and Evan keep doing airborne stuff, especially now that I have a Skytrain, there might be a. Honestly, I think it would be super cool and like super simplistic to do like a couple base plates, and it's just kind of green fields with like a stone house on it or somewhere and some trees, you know, kind of along the background, and then have the Skytrain like mounted kind of up above like it's flying, and then just have like the assembly of the airborne troops on the ground. That would be super cool. I might visit that in the future. Here's the other picture of the second picture we showed. The other half of the Bellewood vignette. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's another one.
And you're on Flickr ?
I am not on Flickr. I don't think I'm on Flickr. I think I have a Flickr, but I don't have any pictures on it. I'm mostly on Instagram. But yeah, this is another good one. This I've got even more figs. I think I have.
I like the horse and the
Tauntaun.
The Tauntaun next to each other, just chilling.
Yeah. Well, and then you've got like I've got Pirate up here with a Power Miners helmet on. You've got an Imperial soldier wearing a corset. Darth Vader wearing a skeleton armor. You've got the white C-3PO and a special super agent's torso. The streets of Coruscant. You got Nazis over here.
Well, yeah.
Snow Trooper in here doing something. This clone trooper has the wrong torso. This is the base plate that I was talking about. So I would like eventually I got a blue 32 by 32. And so it would just be the blue 32 and this, and I would put a bunker up here. And then that was just Omaha Beach. So then I would just play the scenario of the guys storming the beach and clearing out the bunker. But yeah, that was. And now I found the turret for the ATTE. It's over here. Yeah.
Trevor said I'm using it as an excuse to collect figs right now.
There you go.
Tron said he stopped posting on Flickr once he figured out Insta.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I do have the flex. I got a bunch of P1 clone pilots. Got P1 Rex, P1 Foxes over here. I definitely had lots of clones. I got the OG Hoth Rebels. Yeah. Is that it? That might be the last picture. That is the last picture. So, but yeah, that was a fun.
You scroll up real quick.
Huh, you want to see that?
Clip that.
There you go. Yeah, but yeah, you can see what I labeled this as. What the fuck is that? Yeah. So there weren't as many like old ones as I thought, but that kind of takes you through really the whole history of my mock building.
It's kind of like we were digging up the history of
brick history. Yeah.
Crazy.
Trevor says so that was taken like last week. Yeah, pretty much. I shaved, but yeah.
You shaved?
Yeah. Sure did. I have to shave, otherwise I gotta wear a beard net at work, and I don't want to do that.
I'll take things I don't believe Caden said for 300. I don't know. Of course, when I was young or that young, there was no such thing as the posting your builds on the internet. My mom wasn't following me around with a camera and taking pictures of what I built.
Yeah. I mean, we took pictures of stuff like, we would finish something, and those weren't even on a camera. That was with like a camcorder. Like we would take pictures and then they would get uploaded. Our family has like a like cloud file that has like all the pictures from everything. And there's a tab in there under me that's just Lego. And so all the random Lego pictures, whether I took them and they're terrible or like are taken of me with something I built. So there's lots in there. Obviously, now I have much better means of storing and tracking like good pictures of stuff that I've built. But
Gina and I had to take pictures and then wait 2 weeks for the photos to get developed.
I mean, I was in that same boat.
And God, our finger wasn't over the lens.
what's a VHS again? Somebody explain that to me.
Yes.
That was the improvement of Betamax.
Now you lost me. I know what a VHS is, but
Which was an improvement on 8mm reel to reel.
I don't know what a Betamax is.
I prefer 9mm actually. See, they banned Glocks in Maryland. That's so ass.
Why?
Oh, you live it.
I have no
Communist, right?
idea. This is, we can't have nice things apparently.
Is it just Glocks specifically?
I think so. Yeah.
It's because you can put full auto trigger assemblies in them.
So
I
The 4 3-set triggers.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Y'all,
what if I just chose not to? You know what I mean?
y'all are speaking Japanese. It isn't like you can go to Temu for $5 and buy a little plastic piece or anything.
Yeah. There you go.
Lorm says Insta is better because more activity, but Flickr was the spot in like 2014. Trevor said, I need a part. Dark Tan Barb 53451, 8 of them. If you can get it to Rich, he'll give you $1. Didn't want to push an order just for 35 cents.
Hey, Trevor, you're late. We've already taken them out of inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought them. Sorry, Trevor.
Flickr was definitely the vibe back in the day. I mean, I was on Flickr a lot because before, right, like now you have to sign in to get on Flickr, but before you didn't have to. You could just go on there and search.
Yeah.
And so like I would go on there and I would just like search whether it was like Lego World War II or whatever, and I would just scroll through pictures.
That's how I discovered Ralph, and I mean that's still the only place he posts.
Yeah.
But I can't remember my Yahoo account, password.
Yeah.
So my account's inactive.
What's Flickr? Adam, Flickr, it was like Instagram before Instagram.
It's just a photo sharing.
Yeah, you would
website.
post pictures with captions, and people could leave comments and likes and stuff like that.
At first, when Flickr started, you weren't allowed to leave comments, right?
Right.
That I don't know. By the time I got around to it, you could.
They used to have this really cool feature. You could click on somebody's photo and like on a Lego model and like a detail if you wanted to ask questions, and you could like leave a comment right there.
Yeah, and then they could. Yeah, I remember. I remember that. Yeah,
they could see it, but I think they've since done away with that.
Yeah,
but yeah, Ralph, Tim Inman. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. Johnny something. We used to be in a group called Lug Nuts. Used to do monthly build challenges and stuff. It was mainly cars, hot rod stuff like that. But they were huge inspirations when I got back into Lego in my late 20s.
Little mid 60s, yeah.
Hey.
This piece of shit set's missing pieces again.
Oh no. That's what you get for getting fake Lego.
Gene, what'd you bring tonight?
Well, we used to do a segment called That Cost How Effing Much. We had one order this week that kind of surprised us.
Hold on a second, Gene. I think we may still have that.
It's still up there somewhere.
That piece is hell expensive.
Nice.
We do still have it, don't we?
Looky there. I learned to push a button today.
Yeah, so the next thing is I need to dial up tech support and ask them how to launch this stuff again.
Don't call me.
Oh, trust me, I'm not.
If I was on my desktop, we'd be fine. My laptop's a different question.
Yeah, because that's different.
They're
It is
same, but different.
Same, but different. Oh, I have this figure. How much?
So
is
Tori called me the other day and said, "Man, you need to take a look at this orders. Look that we just got." And I'm like, "Really? Why?" And she told me why, and I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" So it wasn't a big order, but it was a cool order. So there's this minifig in it, Not real expensive, but not cheap. He's a $12.50 mini pig. I thought he was really cool looking. Well, the next one was that guy. And because he's got light gray legs and a brown quiver instead of reddish brown and light bluish gray, that sucker right there is $25.31.
Damn. Hold on, go back to the other figure real quick.
The Lord of
Richard, do you know
Rings.
who that is?
It's Lord of the Rings. It's the elf guy from Lord of the Rings.
Which one?
I don't know.
That elf guy.
That elf. There's lots of. Hey, shocker! There's lots of elves in Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Kind of like me showing a clone trooper and telling you to tell me his name.
I could tell you his name 100%.
Bet you couldn't.
I bet you I could.
Children.
It's 5.
So then the next one, Richard's been saying, save that for me, save that for me, save that for me. Well, this guy came up with $39.77 before Richard did.
Damn.
Yeah.
The
And he's
horse
in good
armor
shape,
itself
too.
is $39 or $37.
Yeah.
That's
The
crazy.
Barney was $39.77.
That's insane.
It's nuts. So then the next one, the tattered sail,
Yep.
which that's not our picture. That's the stock picture from Brickin. Ours was actually in better shape than that one is. But that sail sold for $30.20.
Is the Lego copyright printed onto it there?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. See, but that one's got stains over here. And
Yeah.
anyway,
Rustic.
but then here's the one that really blew our minds. The last one.
In red.
$15.
How much, Richard?
15.
Nope. Guess again.
I know.
That piece came one piece in one set.
In red.
$37.38 for that one
Christ.
piece.
What was it in? And
Yeah. What's that?
The same ship as that sail.
Oh. Interesting.
So this is the old one with the straight arms on it, not the
Yeah.
reinforced arms. And it's got the rounded pegs, not the ones that are flat on the four sides. We got a gazillion of the others, but that's the only one of these we've ever seen.
Interesting.
But $37 for that one stupid piece.
That's crazy.
And they were all in one order.
That dude's order was what, like $150 for like 6 pieces?
No, he had more stuff in the order than that. He was 200 and change.
Damn.
that's something that somebody's like trying to complete a bunch of.
Yeah, probably.
Well, honestly, that's something that I started worrying about. Is this guy scamming us? You know, he's going to order all these expensive parts and then claim he didn't get them.
I forgot I
pretty
can do
cool.
that.
So you forgot you can
That's
do
a
that?
thing.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Richard
People
can't do it.
100% do that.
Richard can't do it to us because he gets it hand delivered.
One, you
Hey,
know where he
do
lives.
you have any proof that you have ever hand delivered anything to me?
Oh, I'm
Yeah, you
sure.
gotta
on
admit it.
camera.
Watch out. He's going to swap his glasses for meta glasses and you're finished. Now, George, what
This
do
is
you
beautiful.
call the strings? Is it rigging? Like, what do you call that?
Well, it
First
would
of all,
be
they're
cable.
not strings; they're cables.
You know what I
Yeah.
meant. In Lego, there's strings.
It would be oh gosh.
Rigging.
Yeah,
It's
rigging. There's a technical term.
I'm looking it
I
up.
think a guy that runs cranes would know. I'm drawing a blank. But a couple weeks ago, woke up, morning routine, drinking coffee, catching up with whatever crazy crap Richard and Trevor send overnight. And this pops up on Instagram. Gentleman by the name of Beat Felber out of Switzerland, I believe. This is beautiful.
I have one problem with this photo.
What's
and
that?
It's going to be a reference that none of y'all get. I guarantee it. I want the rest of Devastator.
This would make an awesome Devastator.
I mean, you have the lime green dump, the dump there. Where in the world is the excavator and the freaking bulldozer and the
Cement
God,
mixer.
the drill?
Yeah.
Kaden, do you know what that is?
Nope. I'm also looking up what the technical name for cables on a crane is. So it says
Well,
that
this-
it's called wire rope.
Yeah, this
But
is
the
technically
system-
a
The
shovel.
system of sheaves and hooks lifts the loads, generally referred to as rigging or reeving.
Yeah, reeving and shivs.
Yeah.
I should probably study up on this. My crane license expires in November.
Gotta re-up. No, that thing looks beautiful though.
It really
This
does.
this is a Terex 3311C, kind of similar to one of the first haul trucks I started running 16 years ago when I started in the rock quarry.
Kind Tori wants
tires
to drive.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to drive one of those and one of the articulated ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
What
I
tires
wish
are
this
those?
was
Are those
like
Lego
a
tires?
UPS set.
There's no way those are Lego tires.
No.
Yeah.
Right? There's no shot.
Yeah.
They are?
Yep.
What are they
From
colored?
what?
Let me see if we got a good side view of them. Here we go.
Probably a big dump truck is my guess.
Are we sure
Can you
those
get
are
in and
Lego
read
tires?
the size on it?
I mean, it fits around like the big like Technic wheel piece, but
I don't know. That's got the actual tire size
yeah.
listed, and I think that says Michelin. Maybe.
I was about to say it looks like it says Michelin.
Let me see if we got something better. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love construction equipment. I want to make more of it.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised by like the amount of like different parts that come in that color. Like it's not a color I search for very often.
I am beyond impressed that you can get this much in lime green. I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
lime green.
Yeah, it's definitely lime green. But
I don't
you got-
know, Gene. That says something hobby on it.
Does it?
Yeah.
It looks like the tread looks so like overly detailed for it to be Lego.
All-Star hobby. That's got to be like remote control tires or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that it like perfectly fits that Technic wheel hub though is kind of crazy.
It's beautiful.
I'm trying to find the one that it looks like.
I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know the number.
Oh, and
Yeah,
it's-
you're right. Though that's not it. That's an RC tire.
The fact that he used the solenoid,
Mindstorms pistons, yeah.
yeah, for the dump cylinders. That makes me really hope, because I see battery cables there. It makes me hope this is powered up. Or,
Functional. Yeah. That'd be sick.
but here's some more big trucks.
Oh damn, those are massive compared
They're
to the
even
one we
bigger.
just looked at. Jesus. It's probably really fun to drive those.
Oh, it is.
Are they colored like that?
I don't
mean,
think you're allowed to
normally-
ask that in 2026.
You know, normally when you see equipment, it's always yellow.
No, modern Terexes are typically white or like a light gray. This is probably like a 1960s, 1970s Terex here in the middle. They were lime green.
They're almost all a drab,
Yeah.
like a lime but dull.
It's like the
I'll
old
say.
old Tonka trucks.
And then this was when GM owned Terex for a while, and I can't remember. I used to know the history on this truck. I think they only made one or two, but it was blue and orange, and I believe it had a Detroit diesel in it. I mean, all of them did at one time.
Tron said that is a big dumpy.
That is a big dumpy. But look up Big Brutus. It's a big coal shovel in Mineral, Kansas. Thing's a monster. And this reminds me of it, but this is way smaller than the way smaller version of a Bucyrus shovel.
I mean, that's basically what I built. I just built a much smaller one.
You built it very, very small. You were talking about that. I'm like, oh man, that's going to tie in perfect.
Yeah. I mean, back then it was an excavator, so it was like negligible in size. I mean, it was still pretty, like, in comparison to other vehicles at the time, pretty big, but because they also had like the train cars and everything too.
Yeah, that shovels come in all sizes.
Yeah.
I would love to know how many pieces are in this, what it would cost to get instructions.
They say the small shovels do the same job as the big ones.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm looking at the fact that those wheels at the top are the big Technic wheels.
Yeah.
Like that thing is huge.
I mean, there's a 2x2 round tile with a hole in it. So
Sean said, did anyone ever not have one of those big Tonka trucks?
Nah, bro.
Oh,
Tonka trucks were what was up.
Aren't those the motorcycle wheels?
Yeah.
The big one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely off topic, but I still have in the other room the collection of all of the Hess trucks for like 15 years.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be like limited edition every year at Christmas.
Yep. My great grandfather got them for us every year, and we've got pretty much all of them up until when he stopped doing it.
I used to have quite a few of them, and I think they got left at my grandma's house, and I don't know if my cousins got them or if they got thrown away.
That's pretty.
Not even gonna try to pronounce this. Yazek.
Jasek
Thank you.
I like how he says, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, and then tries to pronounce it.
Well, I'm not going to pronounce it correctly. Beautiful little float plane.
His keyboard must be missing the vowels.
Yes.
No, he just can only hit the A key. That's pretty though.
Kind of reminds me of the float plane from
Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. No.
No, it's the first one.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm having a senior moment, and apparently so are you.
Because he's got
Every time we talk about
it's the Golden Idol. First, nope, not First Crusade. Is it the?
It is Temple of Doom. No,
it is
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I just got a glimpse into my.
Trevor said, "Hey, maybe Caden is average, and that one is just massive. Your shovel is just fine, Caden."
You know what? I appreciate that, Trevor. Average is good, you know. See, he's got string in there.
Yeah, it's a great little build. I mean, I can see something like this being a official Lego kit.
Mm-hmm. No, it looks too good to be an official Lego kit.
Well, you got a good point there.
Yeah.
Engine, pretty simple little build.
A rubber band over the roller skates there.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
Come on, mouse. Here you go, Richard. You showed us those stickers earlier, and it's like, oh man, I got the perfect. Everybody needs a chew all. I think I've showed Best Design several times. That's not the same guy that made the. What you got, is it?
No.
Okay. I love cars.
I love the tractor.
Hell yeah.
Look. Tori.
I want to try to make one of these chew alls now.
Hey, that's really cool. They gave me an AK-47 with this build.
Nice.
For
What
a
tank
World
is it?
War II Tiger tank?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're
Is it an AK or is it supposed to be an STG?
it's a Norinco.
I mean, it has a scope on it, and it looks like an AK. And it also has a scope on the scope.
Nice. I mean that. I don't know, man. The Brick Arms STG's got the like flashlight looking thing on top of the scope.
Probably a copy of Brick Arms, to be completely honest.
Probably. That's pretty sick. Is that a dinosaur?
Collab between Red Impala and Sword Bricks. This reminded me of kind of what Brown Boy Bricks wanted to do, Richard.
I've been trying to talk him into. I've been sending him so many that I've seen. I've had I want to say in the past week, I've probably ran across 50 or 60 different builds where people are taking dinosaurs and putting some type of like unit with them. I mean, I've even got video or pictures of like T-Rexes that are mounted and pulling things.
Hell yeah.
Like
I'm
he's
like,
got like a mech arm too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like you need to do something so bad. He's into Pokemon. We lost him. He's not coming back.
I love the classic
Rifle.
musket
Yeah.
muzzle loader. But I thought that was a neat little I would consider that a minifigure display stand.
Yeah.
No, it's a vignette.
Uh,
A Lotus Alyss.
I love James Bond movie cards and James Bond movies. This is pretty cool. This should be a Speed Champions. We already got the Aston Martin. I think we should get more.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten more, but
I'm pretty sure that Aston Martin was a pretty big seller. You think they would explore more?
that's the DeLorean window piece.
Yeah. I mean, a Lotus DeLorean, they kind of looked the same back in the 80s.
Yeah. Just
We
no
need
flex.
Magnum PI, Smokey and the Bandit. This right here in submarine mode's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
That's
don't
all.
think I mean, it's been a while since I built it, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. The little small Speed Champions didn't do anything. It just came with different license plates, right?
Hold on a minute.
I was going to say I have mine up here, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't do nothing. It just had different license plates.
Oh, great. The image of me as a child in that last picture has now been screenshotted and is in 2 of my different Discords from one of my friends in the chat right now.
I don't know who you are out there, but I appreciate you.
Oh, I think we know who it is.
Who do you think it is?
I'm going to blame Colton.
It's not Colton.
Not Colton? Okay.
No.
He's probably too nice a guy to do that.
I mean, he probably screenshotted it, but he's keeping it to himself.
Oh. It'll just be all over billboards in Minneapolis by morning.
Now it'll be on his new Fallout sign.
Oh, that would be perfect. Do it, Colton. Do it. Do it.
Good times.
Let me
Have a good evening, Papa.
Richard, what leaks you got this week?
That's what I'm about.
Did you bring all the May the 4th stuff or no?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's everything, but
Well, if you forgot anything, I'll add it.
remember, this is
Bless you.
in order from what I think that is worst to best, right? I'm going to start with this boy.
A little dolphin.
Yeah, this is one of the things you get insider points with.
That's kind of cute.
It is, but it's whatever. I mean, if you want it, cool. I'm not gonna shame you. I just would not spend my points on this. That is just me. Because these are all aren't they all 2,500 points?
Something like that, yeah.
Definitely not worth it. But next up, this monstrosity. If you didn't want to spend all your points on a cute dolphin, you can spend it on this Beskar card. And I feel really weird saying that because I actually have I have one of the coins. I have both Mario coins. I have one of the Star Wars coins. I have the Beskar keychain. I don't know how I got it.
I have the Death Star one right here.
But Caden, what do you think about spending your hard-earned points on this?
So I will say this: I'm not getting a single one of the promos that I have to spend points on, and I'm also not getting the UCS set.
Well, next up, we're gonna get away. I think this is hideous.
That looks terrible.
Yeah.
It is a straight build block, whatever you want to call it.
Is that a 4+ set?
No,
Might as well be.
I know that I tried to get a picture of it, but the picture just doesn't make sense. Apparently, when you pull something in the back, all of these panels just fall out.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
I will say the Scorpion fig right here, it doesn't. I mean, the suit looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but like up here, I wish he had a helmet on. I wish his face was done different. The tail piece is kind of cool. I don't know. The figs are very lackluster, and we're just getting another Spider-Man. I don't know. Just it doesn't do it for me. Next up, I don't understand what this is, but we're getting a Lego Technic custom garage for a Ford Mustang.
Interesting.
I have no idea what this is.
It's a garage for a Ford Mustang.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what Ford Mustang? What scale? I mean, it's only $100. So, are they building a Mustang garage for? My first thought was but it's labeled as Technic. If it was labeled as Lego, I would think Speed Champions.
Yeah.
But it's Technic.
Interesting.
I don't remember having a Technic Mustang recently.
That Mustang I remember was that like blue one, the Creator.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just think it's hilarious. Lego has finally trolled Ford, and where you need to put your Ford? In the garage. Next up is this Spider-Man buildable fig. I put this low on the list for a couple reasons. For one, look at his feet.
What in the world?
What's going on here? And it looks like there's a stud on the bottom, maybe.
Yeah.
Not sure. On this one, I tried to like even decipher it a little more. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, this thing's got to be pretty big. Those are the rose petals.
Yeah. I mean, the shaping of the head isn't like terrible, but I'm just like, I can't imagine that those are all printed.
Probably.
It's hard to tell because the picture is not.
No, definitely not. Look how far away that is from the edge.
Yeah.
I can see the edge of the sticker on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, look at the one at the top of his head. You can see the gap straight down the middle.
Yeah, Tron said that he's wearing the Lego Crocs.
That was my initial thought too.
And like, I do think this like thing right here, this web made up of all the different white pieces, is pretty cool.
That is kind of nice.
Next up is the buildable Boba Fett, but I think this is hilarious because
includes a fig.
it says
not only does it include a figure, it also includes a figure with a cloth like piece
and new prints.
So it should theoretically be the most accurate Lego Boba Fett in reference to episode 6 that we've ever gotten. But he's getting a cloth like poncho like shoulder piece back, which is
it'll be the original Cloud City Boba Fett.
No, I bet they're gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be the $7,000 minifig or whatever. Just
our local, locally owned Bricks store just sold their $10,000 copy that was sealed. It's been sitting on the shelf for like 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I would never buy that. Ever.
No. Now, if I find one at a yard sale and we're like, "Oh, how much for this?" We're like, "Oh, $10." We're like, "You sold. Here you go. Take my money."
I'd buy it. I'll buy it for $200.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. I don't know. I need to see pictures of this before I decide I'm going to buy it or not.
I just don't know. I mean, the reason why I put it low is because I want to put it higher than Spider-Man. But look,
yeah.
Now,
hopefully it looks better than that.
I'm expecting it to be on the same vein of like the Iron Man.
No, this will be Jyn Erso all over again.
Ugh.
Well, no, Jyn Erso was a construction fig. Like this is we should be okay.
Should be. Lorem says, "Are they calling the buildable figure a fig with new prints and shoulder cape?" That's a good point.
How funny would it be if the buildable fig didn't have like a shoulder cape, but the minifigure that came with its head did, and they're based on the same thing?
Next up is this. Caden, how do you feel about this?
I don't hate it. Like, I mean, obviously I prefer GWPs that have figures in them, but also like, granted, I don't have any of the other lightsabers because they were all tied to UCS sets for the most part.
That's what me and Cascadia were talking, and I'm really glad that you just have to spend a dollar amount and this
Yeah.
isn't something that is actually with the set.
N1. Yeah, I'm happy about it too because like I'm not getting the N1, and like to be honest, like at the same time, would I miss this if I didn't get it? No, not really. But like given my current purchase plan for May the 4th, I'll probably end up with 2 of these. So I'll keep one sealed and then I'll open one eventually for my own stuff. But it looks pretty good. I like the way that the angled hilt is mounted there. I think they captured like the kind of the sleek design of it really well.
Next up is this.
What
Is that
in
an APC?
This is like a LAV with.
It's like a Russian BT 109.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad though. It really isn't. I mean, like, I know it's not the greatest thing in the world, but that's really not that bad.
I mean, you could easily throw a 50 cal on top of that, and you're good to go.
Exactly. You pop this like little stud shooter off. That's one of the things I will tell you. These stud shooters. All right, hear me out, Lego. We've got the stud shooters, right? They're obviously cannons that are attached, and then you just got homeboy down here like wielding 2 of them like it's nothing. But
there's no recoil in Lego.
Yeah. But no, like I think that this build's actually pretty damn cool.
I feel like you make it like 2 or 3 studs taller, and like it's just you just have an M wrap in a dark blue.
Lauren
that
said
would have looked really good in your city, Richard.
Do what?
That would have looked really good in your city.
That would have.
Maybe I'll get one of these and put it in our lug city this year. Surround it with like special forces.
Next up is this. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I don't really know anything about it, so this is you and Gene territory.
Mercedes Unimogs are awesome.
Yeah. I know Gene's away right now.
I love to see that they have pneumatic functions still.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely got all the hoses and the strut right there. I don't know if it's like the other ones that I have, the ones that you can turn out to lock it.
Yeah.
I mean those are actually pretty useful.
Yeah.
Next up,
not
Caden.
the N1 we wanted.
Caden's #1 purchase.
Nah, I mean it looks fine for what it is, but at this point, everyone and their mother's got Mandalorian fatigue. Like, I mean, the drum lacquered chrome doesn't look terrible, but honestly, that picture doesn't do justice to the fact that only the front chunk of it is the drum lacquered chrome. Everything else is light bluish gray.
Yeah.
Which like from the initial image was not very well. I mean, it looks good for what the reference is, but like, honestly, if the rumor came out that it was just going to be an N1, which is what the original rumor was, and everyone was like, yes, please give us a yellow, even if it was drum lacquered chrome and yellow, like Naboo N1 Starfighter from episode 1, I would 100% be buying it. But the Mandalorian one, it just doesn't do it for me.
So if this movie comes out and it's a killer movie, is it going to change your opinion?
Probably not. Honestly, of all the UCS sets out there that are options to buy, like I mean, and I like the Mandalorian. Don't get me wrong. Like, and I'm sure I'll enjoy the movie, but this is not something I'm going to go out of my way to get to put on my shelf.
Hey, Caden, I've got 50 German soldiers for you. I'll sell them to you for $5.
Are they cheap Chinese knockoffs?
Possibly.
You can use them as pack filler the next time you send me something.
Do you see how big this thing is?
That's insane.
This is a minifig.
I mean, it's pretty much Brickmania scale, right?
No, a little bit.
No. That's like 1/24th.
It's huge. It's actually not bad looking, though. It's really not. I mean, it's not the greatest, like, quality of bricks snapped together.
Now you got to go make your review for the LAN.
I don't make the reviews. I thought we went over this. They fuck up when they send me these things.
No, I know.
I mean, like, they're really not that bad.
Say, where's your Panzer Brick Labs Tiger? Put them next to each other.
If I wasn't like a Lego fan and I just was a tank fan, these are pretty freaking sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and they're probably cheaper too.
Yeah, it's like $110 for this thing.
Yeah,
I mean, look at that. I mean, it's worth $110. It really is. As a toy and not a Lego themed thing, these things are actually pretty badass.
Makar said we better at least get a MIDI scale Royal Starship out of the new silver parts. Honestly, if we got the like Naboo Royal Starship in the from Microchrome as a MIDI scale, 100% would buy that. That would look so good.
Tracks.
What clone did you grab for me to name, by the way? Did you grab one or no?
It was just a random Phase 2 clone.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to give you an easy. I was just going to rig it.
Well, you could have given me any named clone, and I would have been able to tell you.
Yeah, that was the point of you giving me me giving you an unnamed one. At first, the first one I seen was one I've been messing with, and it was a pilot. And I was like, you're just going to tell me that's a pilot.
I mean, I could have told you it was Oddball. Is it a yellow pilot?
No.
What color?
It's the orange ones. It's Clone Army Customs.
Oh.
Next up, I don't really care for this either. It's not for me.
I mean, if the movie's good and it comes around on like, points or something next year for May the 4th, maybe, depending on what the set is. But like, it doesn't look bad, but it's all stickers. Like, it's not.
I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. Next up, I brought all the Yu-Gi-Oh sets that made it. I want to know what you think, Mr. Caden.
Okay, so I didn't see any of these.
I bet you haven't. So what do you think?
That's kind of sick. I mean, number one, I think the biggest downfall to this whole thing is if they don't make a Yugi minifigure. I will say using the printed angular tile for the dual disc for the minifigure is kind of sick. I like that. I don't know how I feel. I feel like, I mean, Slife for the Sky Dragon is pretty iconic, being one of the 3 Egyptian gods. But I feel like if you're going like,
I don't think this is gonna make it though, because it's not Blue Eyes.
I mean, so like realistically, I think the top 6 like most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh monsters would be Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Exodia, and then the 3 gods: Slifer, Obelisk, and Winged Dragon and Ra.
I don't know. I would throw Dark Magician Girl up there.
I mean, she's probably number 7, I think. But
Nick,
yeah, I mean, it's cool.
So this minifig is the best minifig.
Okay. All
right. Next.
I mean, they'll probably screw up the print. That's sick. What am I? Okay, so let's get the pharaohs. See, and there's like other homages to it too, because you got Karibo down there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I don't know how I feel about.
I think they would do this just because the amount of
prints.
I mean, like, for one, the prints that are in it or the stickers.
Yeah.
This piece right here, the design around it.
Yeah.
It's definitely cool. All this set I could see being made. Don't get me wrong, I can.
Oh, for sure.
But here's what I see. All right, this scale, that face, they're gonna throw that stupid Harry Potter printed face on there. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, they could. I mean, they could leave it blank too. Like, realistically,
they're not gonna have printed eyes on this and not put a face on that.
I mean, fair, but I think regardless, it'll look. I mean, if it's something standing like that, like, I think it'll look good regardless. So that's all. I guess the Battle City, but that does look really good. I mean, yeah, of the ones I've seen, that one's definitely up there. It's not bad either. I don't know if I agree with the wing choice. His head's definitely a little bit misshapen too.
I don't like the neck, and I don't like the I don't know.
Exposed ball joint, yeah.
This is what I voted for. Oh, sorry, no, wrong. Next one is the one I voted for.
I mean, that's pretty sick too.
I don't like the wings on this.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I think that the dragon itself, like the head also, or no, I guess I'm looking at the bottom of the wing. That head actually looks pretty nice. I like that it's both of them surrounding the Millennium Puzzle and then like both of the figures. That would be kind of sick. Although it doesn't, like, the dragon's not attached to anything. Like, it would be nice if they were both. I guess Dark Magician's not either. Like, if they both had like stands attached to it to kind of be like behind their character or something like that.
Tron said, "Oh, I'm sure if Lego makes Blue Eyes, it will have new wings of some sort."
Yeah, most likely.
It'll probably, to be completely honest, it'll 100% be the Charizard wings just recolored.
Also possible.
Now this is what I voted for.
Yeah, I think this is the one that I saw.
This one isn't. I don't
or-
think this one will ever make it a set because that's pretty big. And
Yeah.
not only is it pretty big, when it comes to the technique they use to make his face,
Yeah.
I don't see Lego doing that.
Yeah, no shot. I mean, it looks fantastic though.
Yeah.
Like the version of that I saw was similar. I mean, that is massive. Like you look at the chain links, it's the Darth Maul lightsaber hilt plus the new bar piece. I mean, it looks crazy. Like honestly, what I really hope is I hope that like out of this, the people who put ones in that don't make it, that they put them on Rebrickable.
Well, the coolest thing I thought about this one is he's actually stepping out of the cards.
Yeah, no, that's
pretty
super
impressive.
cool. Yeah, that's
And this
awesome.
is the same exact stand that the Batmobile is on.
I don't think they
100%.
could put them on reworkable.
I would 100% build and display that. Like I'd buy the parts to build that.
Connor says he just wants the minifigs.
I mean, yeah, that's also fair. I mean, whatever it ends up being, like I'm gonna get it most likely, for display, just because I mean I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, but
I'm gonna run through these pretty quick just because I did bring these mocks.
and it's bedtime. Yeah.
Yeah. I brought each one of these for really their own reasons. First of all, this I don't know this guy's name, Aratos Evilwalk. I think this is absolutely sick.
That's beautiful.
I love the half like brick built half. This is actually a ride at one of the parks of Universal. But I really do like this.
I like how he's got the water flowing over the edge of it.
Yeah. Then next up, Darth Bourne. This is the one I brought that I was talking about, Caden. This is the one I sent in the group chat. I've never thought about using tank tracks as an arch.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, mind you, this right here wouldn't look good as a hanger, but if you attach stuff on the top of this,
Yeah.
and flip this out a little to kind of hide the gaps, I think that.
Or
would
if you use it as a full dome for like a storage hanger, but in like a rundown area kind of thing.
Yeah. And I love this fabric piece. I don't know which set it came off of, but it definitely gives like Mexican blanket vibes.
Isn't that the picnic blanket from the mini?
I don't know because it's got two.
So Fabuland or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on, Gene. I could check.
Next up is some detailed. I was messing with some numbers on the front of my build, and I was trying to put a number on there. I put a number on it. It's honestly not bad. I just wish. I mean, I think it could look better, but I'm leaving it alone. Lorem says that's something from Adventures? ? But I thought this was a neat little build.
Yeah.
I like the
next
contrast of the yellow.
Yeah. Well, you don't see very many builds in yellow at all.
No.
Next up, we got one from Andrew.
Except for N1 Starfighters.
Well, we don't get an
Yes.
N1 Starfighter. We get a Mando Starfighter.
Hey, George, the Mini Cooper one was red and white checkered. I forgot.
I got too many.
McCarr said I was going to guess Fallout. Laugh out loud. Sandwich Jones says it's the Lego drug rug. But Andrew sent this one in.
Yeah. He sent me a picture of this.
The
Looks
Revolutionary.
really nice.
I like all the acorns.
Like he's got the cannon broken down.
Yeah.
Now, if you go back to the first picture real quick. That gap right there is blaring. You gotta fix that, Andrew. Put a 1 by Brickin there, please.
How do you know that's not like a rabbit hole or woodchuck hole?
I mean, I guess. No,
Andrew,
we were
if you
chatting
wanna-
about this.
I'm not gonna. These trees don't look bad, but if you want a technique to make them look better, message me because you already have the
don't-
pieces.
They don't look bad, but if you want them to look better, do it this way.
Dude, those trees that I have are flawless. I don't care what anybody says, and they are sturdy. They do not break.
No, he said no, it's not, but I don't know what he's answering to.
Probably not a woodchuck hole.
Probably not. Yeah. Yeah.
You gave him the perfect bailout opportunity. He didn't
I
take it.
tried saving you, Andrew. Caden was giving you crap.
No,
What-
we
what-
were
It's like
we were chatting about the
17
snot wall on the inside, like the pathway too.
What time was
sending me
this
pictures.
around? This was what?
What do you mean?
1770
1775?
to 1780.
This is the Revolutionary War.
Gene, was this one you?
Looks familiar. No, I think that was my younger brother.
Oh, your younger brother.
I think Gene's up front there on the horse.
No, that's the rabbit hole right there. Yeah.
Lorem said used to be able to buy KO cypress trees from AliExpress, but they limit to one per order now. Jeff said, dude, that's Captain America. George Washington is Captain America.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's the original.
Next, I brought this one. I will honestly say maybe not the best mock. This is one of the best things I've brought all year, though. I'm going to say top 5. I don't care what anybody says. This is freaking insane.
That is ginormous.
Yeah.
And it's Old Republic. I love Old Republic mocks.
Like everything in here is built at an angle of some sort. Like even these freaking statues are caved in and they're all some type of weird angular connection. This floor, I don't even want to start with like that's got to be so freaking tedious.
I have never seen anybody successfully use those damn wheels.
These?
No. Go to your right. Off the oh my gosh. The big gray ones.
Oh, like right in front of you. The
Yeah.
on that like podium. Yeah.
Off the 8-wheel clone tank.
So
clone.
I went to my funny that you said that. I actually now I don't think these are successful as this because you could obviously just tell I set them in there. But you know the ones that got the studs on the outside? They're not the studs, but like the knobs.
Yeah.
I put 4 of them offset and used them with like a round thing up top in the corner to make it look like a system because I had to fill a bucket up at a Bricks and minifigs, and I was like, I'll see if I can just use these. But yeah, that's
Turbo
pretty
tank.
crazy. I didn't know that these were wheels off the turbo tank. I thought that this right here was the 2x2 slopes just built on a curve.
Mm-mm.
That's definitely turbo tank wheels.
Yeah.
And everybody has a buttload of them, but what do you use them for?
This is amazing.
He has way more patience than I do.
And then this is the other ground. This is, like I said, this is pretty flawless.
Yeah.
And then that's one of the statues.
That's crazy.
But that is what I brought this week.
We really need an Old
Or said
Republic
simple
TV
at first
show.
glance, but definitely technical and complex building style. What is up, Kennedy? Makar said one of you guys needs to build the Finian raids.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. What is the Finian raids?
Series of incursions carried out by the Fenian Brotherhood, an Irish Republican organization based in the U.S. on military fortifications, custom posts, and other targets in Canada in 1866 and again in 1870 to 1871. Interesting. Never heard of it.
I haven't either.
They were composed of Irish Americans sought to achieve Irish independence from Britain by raiding the colony of Canada.
So early day IRA.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it sounds like IRA.
IRA all the way.
Caden, do you want to buy a Tiger and a Panzer tank?
Nope. I don't build European theater.
You never know. There could have been a tiger on the beaches of
Okinawa? Yeah, not likely.
You could build an alternate history mock.
You're right. I could. I won't, but I could.
You know, I'm honestly surprised the Japanese didn't have any German armor. I mean, they were
kind of sort of landlocked by Russia.
That's true.
You know, just kind of sitting there fat in between them.
That's true.
Well, it wasn't like Russia was ill at anything at the time, right?
I mean, plus it's not like they would have been able to operate them. So
That's true.
But
I love, like, every time I see like a historical picture of like some type. I'm not gonna say all because I know there's some out there, but like 8 out of 10 photos that have anything to do with the Japanese tank is stuck somehow. It's never blown up.
Stuck or obliterated. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, guys, it is getting to be that time. What is everybody doing this week? Anything?
Working on Sugarloaf.
I got a couple trap shoots tomorrow and Friday, and then we're taking off on vacation.
I'll be at home alone until next Wednesday, and I will be pretty much consistently working on the mock. I've caught back up except the floor. Like I said, my goal is to use all these pieces I got sitting right here for the floor, do some designs in it, and then I've got the ATTE ready to go in there. I did make the door bigger when I took it apart to fit the surround, but I got a pretty good head up on it. I got waiting on a couple. I got an order from Bevan coming in. I've got some couple custom parts that I can't wait to show y'all. The minute they come in, I'm gonna be sending it in the group chat because I'm actually really excited about these.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'll be letting y'all know about that. Gene, y'all got anything going on?
We're going to try to get caught up on some inventory. We had kind of a down month or so getting inventory in. Tori's been washing the hell out of stuff. So now it's my job to get it in where people can buy it.
Well, you have to sort it.
Oh, she's got to sort it first.
I have a question right before we leave. So, everybody, I've talked multiple times about doing Castle again. Have y'all seen these purple and black minifigs?
Yeah.
I've bought 50 of them now.
Of course you have.
And I'm thinking
He's like, I'm gonna take the Star Wars mock apart and do a castle again.
No. It won't happen anytime soon. I've already got the next 2 mocks put together.
I see.
But I'm just like, I would really like to, and I had that FOMO hit me of knowing what happened with the Black Falcons. And these guys are pretty cool just because it's not normal Lego colors. Purple is my favorite color. So, but I'm thinking of possibly starting something small and kind of doing what you're doing with Sugarloaf and build like a section and then work on like another section and butt up to it. I just don't know how I could do that with the castle being the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, you probably just need to I guess like the way that I did it, I kind of laid out all the base plates and then outlined where features were and then kind of built from that.
Yeah, just what I'm talking about is you don't have a structure sitting in the middle of it.
Correct.
So that's where that would be.
But if you have a frame of like how big you want to build it, you can kind of like if you start in a corner, if it's gonna sit on top of jumpers or whatever, and then like build your frame that way and build up around it.
Thought about building it with the intentions of never taking it into a show.
Also, yeah.
Jones said Richard can't build or buy small. And then DRC said small equals big for Richard.
This is true.
It does. It does. Caden has an addiction of buying Marines from the Pacific, and I have an addiction of buying hundreds of castle figs.
I don't know if you get to say I have an addiction, considering you own all of the same Marines.
True. But you're at least using yours.
Exactly, yeah. I'm investing. You're addicted. Different. There's a difference.
I got that. I'll take that. Hey, one of the things I did buy in this set, Caden, this is pretty cool. If you want to put me on the big screen so you can see this, I bet Caden has never seen one of these before. And if he has seen one, he doesn't know what it is. Oh, am I going to make a liar? And I just lost it. Damn it.
Hey, when that happens.
It was literally sitting right here.
I love digging through loose Lego parts until that happens.
I got it.
What
Is that is what I think it is.
It's a control panel of some kind?
Exactly.
I mean, I can't even see the print well enough to know what it would be.
They still offer that on Lego?
That's not gonna help. What is it?
It's a VHS tape.
Oh, yeah, there's no way I was gonna pull. I mean, like, I probably would have been able to figure it out if I could actually see it.
I wanted to play a joke with one of the guys carrying a VHS tape just because they had it, and I was like, why not?
Gotcha.
One of the random things that I have purchased for this mock.
Can you still buy a Lego boombox, molded boombox?
I think they have like a weird pink color on there.
Yeah.
You should
Got
get
like
one of
the
those.
foam for the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. You should get one of those.
Put it somewhere with a guy trying to stick the VHS in it.
Yeah. Maybe a rotary phone.
Caden, do you know what a rotary phone is?
I am aware of what a rotary phone is, yes.
What about a crank phone?
That I don't. But I'm
Oh,
sure
man,
I could
that's some
put
of
two
the-
and two together.
That's some of the best fishing devices you'll ever own.
Yeah.
Illegal as hell, but
Minor technicality.
It is that time.
them and DuPont spinners.
It is time to end the stream. We will be back next week. I don't think we have a guest.
I won't be here next week.
Yeah, it'll just
I
be
should
us.
be here.
Do what?
I should be here.
What kind of theme you want to do for next week?
I don't know. You figure it out.
Worm's got the theme. Caden, what's the dial tone?
What about dial tone?
He's asking you what is a dial tone.
It's the noise the thing makes when you hit the button.
I don't know how many VHSs I ordered, but I just came across 3. So
Oh boy. You're just gonna add a theater room to your clone base where they're watching VHS tapes?
well, I do have like 7 video cameras set up, like recording, like security cameras. Just
Nice.
my goal was to use every piece that was in those battle packs, which is not going to happen, by the way.
Hey, Richard, does Eclipse Graphics have any Spaceballs printed tiles?
I don't think anybody does anything Spaceballs.
Oh, that would be hilarious to play Spaceballs in the theater.
That would
No,
be-
because then you jam the radar. Yeah, that mock has been done before. That was pretty great, to be completely honest, but that mock has been done before. But guys, we are going to end this. See y'all next week. Everybody take it easy. Peace.
Yeah. Clicks and clacks, building blocks, let's begin. Stacks on stacks, with beards we always win. In a world of plastic, our minds spin. Brick by brick, where do we dive in? Brickin with the beard, we never stop. Talking pieces, colors going over the top. Custom sets, landscapes, got a shop. Tunes drop.